You know what it is. This is your boy Lou. This is Wrestling 2 101. Back at you with a video. It's been a couple of days. I haven't been feeling too good. A lot of things going on. This is going to be a video response to Dalyxman. I'm subscribed to Dalyxman. If you're not subscribed to Dalyxman, I'm going to put his YouTube channel in the description box. So you go check him out. I'm also going to put the video that he put up about Kane. If you haven't seen that video, very, very great YouTube shooter. I enjoy his videos very much so, and he made a lot of great points in this video about Kane. And I want to talk about a couple of things that he said, and basically give you my perspective on whether or not he should have one final run with the mask or not. First off, I want to start off by saying that I think Kane's character, the original Kane when he first came out, when Glenn Jacobs actually still had the mask on, I really thought that character was the shit. They did such a good job. That's one of WWE's better creative jobs. Okay, granted that he was the little brother of the Undertaker and all this shit, and he's supposed to be like the baby and all this crap, but his character was fucking incredible. He was a monster. People feared him. He looked intimidating with that mask and the long hair and the fact that he couldn't talk. The only way he could talk is when he put that little voice thing up to his throat, so it made his voice sound different. It sounded kind of like a robot. They made him seem so intimidating and so fucked up, and like that everything that they said had happened to him, it actually happened to him. When he beat Stone Cold, and this is the first mistake I think they made with Kane, when he beat Stone Cold in the first blood match, the first ever blood match for the WWF title, he lost it the next night on Raw. That didn't do him any good. That really hurt his monster persona first right there. And after that, they really just did a really bad job of booking him. And when they got to the point where they took off his mask, that was the final burial of Kane. It truly was. Kane still won matches after that, but let's face it, like, he looks more and more like a person. He looks more like Glenn Jacobs. He doesn't look like Kane anymore. Like, he might as well just change his name back to Glenn Jacobs and just go by his name, because that's the persona he's really personifying right now. He's not booked as a monster anymore, right? The guys that are booked as monsters are all 6'4", 240 pounds. He's near 7 foot, 300 something pounds, and he's not booked as a monster. It's kind of strange. Like, taking off his mask didn't help, and if they would have left it on, he still would have had something to help build his character. Because right now he has no character, because that was his character. The whole original Kane persona was him. Now he doesn't have that. He calls himself the devil's favorite demon and all this shit, but he really hasn't done much since he took off the mask. Okay, granted he had another world title run, or he held the World Heavyweight Championship and not the WWF title, or WWE title, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, he beat The Undertaker 3 times, but The Undertaker never came back and got his revenge. They really never finished the story. And that's all they had for him. Back in the day, they could have had more for him because of the fact that he had the mask and he was so intimidating. He could have just started something with anybody and made a storyline out of it. Now, with that being said, I do think Kane needs the mask back. But the problem here is that since people already know what he looks like and all that shit, it really wouldn't work. Cause he hasn't won. He really hasn't won an important match in a while. He's had a pretty good losing record as of late. He's really not intimidating anymore. He doesn't look intimidating. So they would have to do something to change that. So let's say that he is involved in some kind of hardcore match, or I don't know, something where his face gets extremely fucked up, and like they do some, like, he does some blading or whatnot in the match, so he bleeds up a lot, so you really can't see his face or something or whatnot. And let's say the next Friday Night SmackDown he comes out with the mask on, and he comes back out in his original music. He'll get like a nostalgic pop. And then he'll come out, and let's say the guy he's facing is Randy Orton. I'm just saying. Randy Orton comes out, the match starts, right? Randy Orton gets up in his face, because, you can hear him saying, like, well, you think the mask is going to intimidate me? And then Kane lets him rip off the mask, he rips off the mask, and because WWE, is like a movie thing. They can just make his face look all fucked up, like all scarred up and nasty looking and shit. Oh, watch Randy Orton just piss in his fucking pants right there. Kane picks him up, fucking tombstones his fucking ass right into the fucking 1, 2, 3. And the next thing you know, Kane and Randy Orton can have a little run. They can have a storyline, go on a pay-per-view, have Kane go over his ass, then have Kane go over whoever the champion is. Let's say it's Christian at that point, all right? Because Kane is a good guy, all right? You can still keep him as a good guy, but don't let him get on the mic. Don't let people defer whether he's a good guy or not. Because the nostalgic pop, because he's got the mask on, everything happened, people will get back into him. So don't let him reference really at all, actually, whether he's a good guy or a heel, and just let him go up against the champion. Let him win. Let him have a nice 6-month run or something, and have it be against guys that are viable as champions, or that have been champions or viable as being champions. And let him go over guys and look good. In the end of it all, let him put over as he's going out the door. Let that be his final match where he loses the title and he puts over some young talent. I'm just saying. He could put over somebody that hasn't held the title yet. Somebody that's gotten the proper build that would deserve to hold it. I don't know. Kane versus Daniel Bryan, WrestleMania? I don't know. It's just a thought. I think with Daniel Bryan in the match, I think the match would be awesome regardless. Kane would have so much build up and so much shit going behind him that people would be paying to see him because of the storyline build up I spoke about and things of that nature, and his rampage of being pissed off about the fact of what happened to him. He's decimating everybody. People would love to see that. And then why not have him just lose to Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania and just have him go? Him and Undertaker can go out at the same time. The mask would give him the nostalgic pop. It would make him feel like Kane again and not Glenn Jacobs. He just seems like his own person, and that's not fair to him. His character is gone, and that's not fair, because in order for the fans to get into, you have to have a character. If you have no character, the fans have nothing to interact with, and that's why the crowds sometimes tend to be silent with a lot of people, because they have no character. A lot of people just can't get into the wrestling. And when Kane, especially as a big dude who's kind of limited in the ring, there's not much to get into there in that fact, so he needs a character to build him up. And the mask would do him just that, so he can have that last run, so he goes out meaning something. I'm just saying. So Dalyxman, that's my video response to you. You know what it is. If you didn't know what it is, now you know. People, anybody that watched this video, including Dalyxman, if you want to leave a video response, if you want to leave comments, you know what it is go ahead and do so. Yeah, that's right. I hope you people enjoyed this. If you did, you know what it is. There's a button above. Real quick, too, one more time. If you people have not ever seen a Dalyxman video, for people that, are going to be seeing this, that watch my videos, that are my subscribers, go check out Dalyxman. He is the shit. He is very good. He does a lot of great vids once again. Dalyxman, mad props to you, bro. This is Lou. I'm out. Peace.